Alright, it is time for day 6 of Exodus. So, we are entering UVHM today. Usually whenever I enter UVHM, I like to just plow through the main story because you can usually get it done in about a day. And then after that I do like to do DLCs pretty much all in one line. A couple things we will keep in mind today though. I have been told there is a rack in Southern Shelf Bay that we need to look for. Apparently he has a drop that's interesting. We need to grab the 1340 quest because it makes all BA loaders capable of dropping an item apparently. And then beyond that, eventually we do need to look at headhunters as well. And there have been a couple other recommendations that I will try to get along the way. So we're just going to start walking forward. We'll go to Southern Shelf Bay and then we'll keep the 1340 in mind. But beyond that, let's get moving. Now, I don't know if UVHM is rebalanced at all, because I do know that, well, okay, first off, we're doing a lot of damage. Let's take the B shield off. See if we still deal really good damage with the level 36 Lyuda. Wait a minute. Oh. Alright, UVHM enemies might be nerfed a little bit. Interesting. Sure. We'll see how this feels. Well, if enemies do generally have a lower health pool, I guess I can use the skyrocket way more. Yeah, okay. So it'll feel a little more like normal or TVHM in terms of difficulty. Which, I don't personally think UVHM is very hard, but I understand some people don't like how it feels. So, fair enough, I guess. Alright, so go ahead and start best minion ever so I can open this gate, and then we're just gonna hang a left and look out for the custom named rack, I guess? Ah, there he is. Rack Sparrow. Okay, so just a relic is what we're looking for. He is a small guy, but he is actually very healthy. Wait a minute. Alright, there we go. And he dropped it. The Black Pearl. 5 for your lifetime and second wind health. Allows you to throw grenades and fight for your life. That's kind of cool. Okay, interesting. I guess that allows you to be grenade character more on anyone but Axton. Nice. Okay, maybe Bada. There we go. Okay. So, I was curious, so we checked the wiki. So, non-elemental and explosive damage do deal ×1 to flesh and armor, and deal half damage to shields. Non-elemental has a chance to stagger enemies though, and has a 20% critical hit damage bonus. Fire deals 1.25 times more damage versus flesh, and then half damage to armor and shield, but it can reignite and spread to nearby enemies, and when affected by a burn status effect, their accuracy is reduced and the recoil is increased for 8 seconds. Corrosive, same idea, half damage to flesh and shield, 1.25 times against armor. It can reapply itself and spread to other enemies nearby, but it also makes enemies take 20% more dot damage from other sources. And then Shock does 0.75 times damage to flesh and armor, but it does 1.5 times to shield, can spread and stagger enemies, and when people are affected by electrocution, they are temporarily frozen in place for a second, and then after that, they are just fine. And then Slag is a damage multiplier of an extra 25% basically, and it only applies to impacts, not damage over time effects, and it slows enemies as well. So very interesting. Didn't really know a lot of this. Also, it reduces enemy health and shield regen too. So a lot of this stuff is interesting. I haven't really been paying attention to it, but this is cool. Okay, Bad Maw. Just gonna kind of do normal and TVHM strat about it. And more TVHM. There we go. Alright, Willhelm. Hopefully with the sniper build, we can just kind of... He is large. There we go. That was a little rough to be able to see, but we did it. Okay. So we are here trying to farm out Joey Kablooey. And this guy is so elusive, it turns out. But he drops the headbanger. And I don't know if it's guaranteed, but we have it now. And I am free. So, cool. So this thing reflects lots of... Oh, interesting. Okay, so it spawns a bunch of projectiles wherever it hits. Interesting. Okay, that's really cool. Also, there's a second Joey Kablooey, so I guess it can replace any Suicide Psycho in the map. Odd, but cool. Alright, neat. Alright, Thresher. Kind of do normal stuff about it. No, you're not supposed to multi-shot any item ever, but that's so fun to look at. That's super enjoyable. Alright, and we've got Sanctuary back on the map here, so we are going to go ahead and move back to Bloodshot, get the 1340 quest, and try to do that really quick. Hopefully we get a drop or something while we're here, because I know the Punisher is right around the corner, so we might stop there as well. And then I guess any BI loader from here on has a chance to drop a thing. That's how that works. Either way, interesting. Alright. We've got the quest set up for Sanctuary. Let's go ahead and head over to the Punisher real quick, though. See if we can't get his drop as well. Alright, Punisher. He dropped his relic. Ow, that really hurt. Okay. So, Retribution. Deflect chance, damage reduction, and deflected bullet damage. So basically a relic antagonist, and then if you paired this with an actual antagonist, I'm sure that you can just become him Reflect Boy and pair that with kinetic reflection, because why not at that point, and just become the mirror that you are meant to be. That could be fun as well. Okay, I like that. Okay, so from what I know, apparently, turning in the out-of-body experience quest will allow any BA loader to drop either of the set items of 1340, and if you have both of them, they have an extra bonus that's like cool. So, doesn't matter which one I pick right now for my reward, so I might go with the shield just for the absorb chance, maybe? And then we'll see if we can't RNG our way into the shotgun later. Alright. So, I guess I was wrong. The 1340 is an amp shield. When 1340 shotgun is in your hands, your shield, amp damage, and your shotgun damage are increased. When fully charged, next weapon shot deals bonus amp. Okay, so it's an amp shield that just further buffs the shotgun if you're holding it. Sure, cool. I'll hold on to that, I guess. See if we can't get the other one as well. And then from here, we are going to go ahead and do the good, the bad, and the Mordecai, because we could get an item from Warden, we could get an item from Izago in the Gulag, And then we could also just get a Lyuda and the XP relic. So there are 4 items we could get out of this deal. Seems worth doing. Yeah, since we're here, we might as well try to tackle Warden too. Oh, he actually dropped it. Okay, well, let's also grab the legendary. So we've got the Lawmaker. In times of war, the law falls silent. Okay. Well, give me just a second to not be dead. It has a big mag and does knockback. Also, it seems to two-fang pretty much. I'm kind of down with this. It's just really strong. Interesting. So I was just told that the Lawmaker has a chance to spawn fire and slag projectiles, which is pretty cool. I do like that. We're going to keep trying to farm Izago out, though, just to see what his drop is, too. And he dropped his gun. And this is Rain. The universe is mine to control. It's level 56, so I can't use it quite yet. But I am planning on farming out a Lyuda, so I probably will end up leveling up anyway, so we can test it then. Alright, can I do the car tech? We did it 2 times in a row. Can we make it 3? We did 3 in a row. Cool. Right, no first try Lyuda. First try Varuk, though. And it's Slag. Okay. And then we do have BL2 fixed, so we can re-roll our XP relic really quick. But it's already grade 11. Love to see it. Alright, cool. Oh, I didn't think about this. This thing spawns 2 additional projectiles per hit. This is a B shield. Put those together and that's a lot of B shield damage. Interesting. Okay. Alright, we've got a non-elemental Lyuda. Honestly, I might just take that and run with it, because that's just going to be really good for us. So, cool, feels good. Not level 56. We will get there, though. Alright, level 56. I guess we could try out Rain on Bloodwing? Okay, it might be a little difficult to use here, but that is kind of cool. Interesting. Oh, never mind, we have a volunteer. I have a B shield on. Gotta keep that in mind when I'm using this. But that seemed pretty good. Alright, Bloodwing. Managed to get away, but with the B shield and our Rain, we're doing just fine on damage. Okay. Switch to the Shoddy for this phase. Yeah, with the unlisted pellets and the B shield and just pressing a lot of buttons, this kind of makes sense. There we go. Okay. Yeah, not a problem. No surprise there, though. Alright, and turning in wildlife right here. Apparently, in Mordecai's little sniper's nest, there is a sniper now. So if we save quit and go back to Wildlife Exploitation Preserve, we will see an item on the floor there. Alright, and coming up here, yep, it is right here. So, Slag Mollywan Sniper, Bird of Prey, Gone but Not Forgotten. It is dealing explosive damage? Interesting, okay. Maybe I need to be closer for an additional effect, but it might just be that it's explosive. Now it's lagging. Now it's explosive. Okay, so explosive when zoomed, flag when hip fired. Got it. Interesting. That's kind of cool.
Now where was I?
Alright, we are able to spec both Scorn and Ruin now, which means that we can just start to work on left tree. I'll probably get Accelerate, Kinetic Reflection, Suspension, Inertia, Converge, and then maybe a few points into Quicken. I could spec Ward, but I do follow the logic of if I'm wearing a B shield, I don't want to get hit in the first place, and if I'm wearing an Absorb shield, I have Inertia, which one capacity of an Absorb shield is still the max Absorb chance. So that's just how I view that, paired with Kinetic Reflection. I know I could... Ward is probably still smart, but that's my logic. I have such terrible aim. Hold on. There we go. Alright, and with the Jack clone down, we are going to be done for the day. I know there's still a little bit of UVHM story left, but I'm hoping we can finish it and then immediately roll into, hopefully, 2 DLCs if we have time. But I am out of time today. We have gotten a lot of stuff. The Rain, the Bird of Prey, the Lawmaker, the Headbanger, the Retribution, Black Pearl. We've gotten a lot of stuff. This has been an interesting day. There are a lot of items that are pretty cool in this mod, and I have really liked them so far, and they actually feel pretty balanced for the most part. I know that I'm using this thing with multi-shot a lot, but without multi-shot, I would imagine it's probably balanced. So it all feels good. Day 6.